Hello y'all, welcome to week 37, which is also going to be Get Naked week. Woohoo! So let's get down to business. It's been a while since I showed a body shot. Alrighty. So there is the front. Alrighty. We got the side. And let's see if I can do the back without messing it up too bad. There's the back. Okay. And I have two mirrors here, so I can show a little more up close. My arms. The skin is actually, I think, tightening up pretty good on my arms. Other arm. Okay. Thighs, I think, are probably going to be the biggest problem area. Even once skin is tightened up, as you can see, there's a lot there. I do have quite a bit of muscle on my legs, but I think with that extra skin, whatever. Okay, now I want to talk about skincare products. I use two different ones that I mix together. First, we have Jason 25,000 IU Vitamin E. It's all natural. Next, this is all natural. I like to buy a lot of stuff organic. Nature's Gate Vitamin E Oil 40,000 EU. I actually mix them together because if you put the straight oil on your skin, it's very sticky. So let me pause here and position my camera so you can see when I put it on my stomach, you can actually see how loose my skin is and all that. One more shot just with my belly so you can kind of see how loose the skin is to my body. Okay, and I can do a turn around. Okay, I have noticed it's been tightening up, so it really doesn't bother me that much like it used to before. And I can make like fun little faces in it. Hello. So I make sure to get lotion on spots like this too, where there's definite stretch marks. Same thing with the skin back here, it's very loose. Okay.
So that was pretty exciting, huh? And now you can check it off your bucket list of things to do before you die. See Kelawanda naked. Check. Okay, so I have a lot to talk about, so I'm just going to get right into business. First off, somebody gave me a really good piece of advice a few weeks ago, and they said, put your own shoes on. I'm sure you guys have heard growing up or dealing with someone, put yourself in their shoes. Well, I think I took that a little bit too much to heart, and I've always been putting myself in other people's shoes. I've always been extremely understanding. I've always bent over backwards to make people happy, to make sure their needs are met. And the thing is one of the reasons I think I was overeating in the past is because I was becoming so overwhelmed with making everybody else happy, making sure everybody else's needs were met, making sure they didn't experience any pain, making sure they had everything they wanted, that I wasn't doing those things for myself. My needs were not being met. My wants were not being met. And now I'm really focusing on putting myself in my own shoes. And yes, I can be understanding of why someone might have done something, but on the other hand, I have to realize, you know what, there was a repercussion on my end. I have feelings over this. I'm mad, I'm sad, I'm upset, I'm happy, I'm stressed. Whatever it is, I need to focus on my part of it. And it doesn't mean that I'm being selfish, it means that I'm taking care of myself. So that's what I've been working on lately. Another thing is realizing that this, again, is a lifestyle change, it's not a diet. And with that comes the idea that this is not an all or nothing. I might mess up. In fact, over the last few weeks, there have been times when I've messed up quite a few times. But it's not an all or nothing. I'm not throwing in the towel. It's not over. I'm not stressing out. And, if I stress out over it, that's going to make me want to eat even more. What else is up? I went to Denver on vacation, and I went snowboarding. I used to go snowboarding a lot in high school, but I've actually only went about 3 times in the last 10 years. And when I was snowboarding and seeing what hard work it was, I kind of was thinking, God, how did I do this when I was heavy? But I mean, that was one of the things I talked about in my video called Why Am I Getting Weight Loss Surgery, is that I was very active and I wanted to be able to keep up with my mind even more. And I think that, getting off this extra weight has really helped me do that. I am able to be more active. Putting on the bindings when I get off of the ski lift. It's so much easier being able to just bend over and hook my boot in rather than having to sit down on the ground, be out of breath, hook it in, and then get up and go. So I do notice some definite changes with that. Being on vacation, it's really hard to eat healthy unless you have like a kitchenette in your hotel or you're actually staying with somebody, because you do have to eat out almost every single meal. The problem with that is there's not always healthy choices. A lot of people mess up and they think that a salad is a healthy choice. It can be, don't get me wrong, but unless you're asking for the light dressing or getting the dressing on the side, sometimes the salad has just as many calories as other items on the menu. So even though I do like salads, that's not what I was eating while I was gone. I actually did indulge in some foods that I hadn't been eating before, and I don't feel guilty about it. I felt like a normal person, you know, getting my portion, eating what I wanted, pushing it away when I was done, feeling less intense about, you know, the food, you know, not focusing so much on the food. The focus still is there. I mean, it probably always will be, but it's loosened up a little bit. But anyways, I'm happy to report that even though I'm eating a lot more carbs in my diet, that is not making me gain weight. One of the reasons that I had gained back a lot of weight after I went through a period from about 16 to 22 where I kept my weight off after I'd lost it, and I kind of feel like my addiction with food was at bay for about 6 years. But what happened was during those 6 years, I went from 140 to 150. My mom was doing the Atkins, and I decided, hey, let me do the Atkins and lose these 10 pounds that I've gained. I did it for a month, lost 10 pounds, and I went back to normal eating after that, not even anything bad, the same eating I'd been doing for the previous 6 years that had helped me stay at my, you know, my weight. And I gained 30 pounds in 30 days. So my body really freaked out from having low carb and then me eating carbs again. So I've been really scared since the first 6 months or so. I was eating pretty low carb to start incorporating things back into my diet again, like noodles, bread, granola bars, stuff like that. But I'm happy to report that I am able to eat them and my body didn't freak out and make me gain a bunch of weight. So I'm still not going to go overboard and be crazy with it, but I'm glad that I can eat them. I can eat a more balanced meal and not be scared of carbs, not be scared of bread. We ate pizza while I was out. I had pad thai noodles while I was out. One day I got a hamburger and I removed the bun. So, you know, it's just about, now it's really about portions and finding a balance. What else? I wanted to do my measurements since it's been a while since I listed those, and also my weigh-in for this week. Last week, week 36, I was in Denver, so I didn't have access to a scale. I don't know what I lost or gained. This week was week 37. I'm up a half a pound, so I went from 146.5 to 147. In no way, shape, or form am I concerned with that. I'm 7 pounds away from my goal. I know that there's areas that I can change. I need to drink more water. I could exercise better. I could eat a little bit more healthy. So right now I'm just happy with maintaining at this. But anyways, my measurements are 32, 38, 38. When I started out 3 weeks after surgery, so at some point I was bigger, were 42, 50, 48. So I've lost 10 inches off my chest, 12 inches off my waist, and 10 inches off of my hips. But the biggest one, you know, to go from having a 50-inch waist to being in the 30s makes me really happy. It's 38 right now. When I was, during those 6 years when I maintained at 140, my waist was actually, I don't know measurement-wise, but I know the pants I was wearing were 30, so I'm just guessing that my waist was a 30, but I mean, that could be wrong, I don't know. But anyways, it's kind of my goal to get my waist down to 30, so I'd like to lose another 8 inches from there. My camera is doing something really weird. I hope it's not jamming up on you guys. What else is going on? I mentioned I haven't really been exercising. It is something I want to do. I just don't have the motivation or the gumption right now. I've definitely been drinking more water. It's helping me to drink coffee and tea, using sweeteners instead of sugar. Dealing with relationship issues. Like I said, I'm trying to put myself in my own shoes. If I get upset about something, you know, I feel it. I express my concerns to him. Just trying to work through it rather than eat through it. I guess that's all for this week. I do thank you all for watching so much.